Yo, 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 Skinny Gang, what's good? Mr. Skinny here. We are back on the front line. Special edition for you guys. I told y'all we had a surprise for y'all guys. None other, man, than Death Row's own Reginald Wright. And he's here for y'all, man, to answer y'all questions, man, and to answer some questions of ours. Air Bundles in the building. Bundles, let them know what's going on, man.
Hey, man, we in the building. I got my brother in the building. It's going to be a good day. Shout out to Reggie coming through. Let's get it in, man. Before this motherfucking NBA shit start. Let's get it in.
Yep.
Hey, OG, let them know where they can find you at.
Shit, man, I'm all over. I don't even know my Instagram. I think it's Reggie Wright Jr. You can hit me up there. Always hit me up on Messenger. And of course, Bomb First. You know, I usually do some shows over there. And then, we got that new podcast, It's the Chronicle. Y'all can download and check that out. For those that support, I appreciate it. And the ones that want to hate,
you and Mob James, right?
Yeah, with Mob James and this dude named Alex Alonso, or Alonzo Alex. I don't even know his name the way it goes. But he got the YouTube channel Street TV, Street Game TVs. Yeah, he be going in and doing all those games and stuff.
Now I don't know what's been happening. YouTube been down or whatever. I couldn't upload or what. I don't know. Every time I had these lives, these controversial lives, something happened. So we're gonna try to do this here. A lot of people probably had to catch it on the playback. DJ Twister in here. Hey, let me get that roll call. If y'all in here, man. I know it's saying right now y'all falling in. DJ Twister, Mike G, R Stick, Holiday, Daniel Blake, Kiva Riley in the building. Need to tweet this thing here out. Let me check this thing here out, man. Rico in the building. Okay, everybody following in now. Herb's Too Fresh. All right, Diesel Creed in the building. We can get this thing here out here, man. Get that tweet out here. Get this thing here jumping, man.
Shout out to the 313 live show too. Y'all go subscribe to my homie, man.
Yeah, Reno back doing it. Yeah, he back on it. Been the 50s.
Full effect. Hey.
Yeah, he was going on.
My boy's back in the building. Shit, he ain't never left, but I like when Rel be talking that shit, man.
Yeah. He just was doing some things, get his money right, and get some stuff right. You know, he owns his own business, so sometimes you got to sit aside and get your business done right.
Gotta get to that paper, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So with your boy Lay Legend, he quiet out here. I ain't seen nothing. I ain't heard nothing from him.
Shit, Lay going through family problems out here. He said he lost his little job, and he said he had to get another job, and he just laying low. I guess they've been striking him with all that bullshit. Somebody done probably reported him. YouTube done researched this shit and took a bunch of. They unmonetized it. So.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, you know how that.
A lot of those YouTubers, they not in here for the content or just to be there. They just here for the money, and so when they ain't making no money, they quit. That's why a lot of them ran out of the game when they get unmonetized. Then they run away from this shit. They just about the money. But we over here, we ain't just about the money.
Yes, sir.
Definitely, man. Let's get into this here, man, because I know the game is coming on, and it's my bad we had to start late. Like I said, YouTube was clapping at the channel, clapping at all channels, I think. So, starting this thing out, I know y'all.
Go ahead.
If you don't know who this guy is, you have to be living up under a rock. Reggie Wright, if you're not familiar with him, he took over everyday operations for Death Row after the Tupac murders. He's been accused of some crazy things. And we just want to talk to a man about the time when Tupac and the situation with Death Row, and also some other things, and get into the questions that y'all might have as well. So, OG, I want to ask you, when did you officially come on to Death Row?
Doing the Murder Was the Case album. So that was about the end of '94, beginning of '95. But that was mainly as security. Just really, I was still working as a police officer for the city of Compton Police Department, and I was just mainly just doing special events like video shoots. Going with them to award shows. This special events, not just with them on a daily basis at that time.
So you was like, if some shit go down, we need Reggie. We hit Reggie for the big shit.
Well, no, he had another crew for that. Mainly just to go to try to be with them, mainly to try to keep them out of trouble, because police and law enforcement, you know how they like to mess with, brothers and stuff like that. And mainly just to have somebody to say, hey,
all back, I got him.
Yeah, I got him. I'll get him away from here. I'll do this. I'll get him out of here. Mainly just to be a mouthpiece, because you know how you brothers are. Yeah, I don't like talking to the police. And when y'all talk to them, it's usually all bad. And so, you try to have a cop talking to another cop, and they usually give us that respect.
Facts. So when you came on around that time, how was the work environment? You hear these stories about how at that time, that was before Pac, so Dre and them, was things all good then? That was around the party days. It was lovely.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, that's an accurate statement.
West Coast, running the world actually in music.
Yeah, that's an accurate statement. They were just some young 28, 30-year-old black men. You know that age, 28, 30. People don't really realize that 28, 30, but with hundreds of $1 million at their disposal, and so and having a whole bunch of different people with you, and so life was good. They were everybody was happy, man. We got household names with people that never put out an album. I mean, they don't never put out an album on Death Row. Lady of Rage, well, she put out one, but that was later, and that wasn't necessary. Danny Boy, all people like that. That's a household names that never really put out an album, and that was just because of the people they were around and what was going on, and that's just how big the movement was at the time.
Definitely, the movement was big. So Tupac comes along around that time. He had got in trouble. He was locked up on the East Coast. So Suge bails Tupac out.
Correct.
Tupac comes along. Does the culture immediately change? It's kind of like how they say when another star comes into like a basketball locker room, it splits, like the culture changed. Did the culture in Death Row change right then? Because Snoop and them was running it. They was Crips, really. I'm talking about on the music side, and then Pac just came in and stood.
Yeah, well, Snoop didn't let on. It appears that's how he feels now. Monday back quarterback and then later. But at the time, he was running around there acting just as happy as everybody else. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Loving Pac, kissing Pac, saying everything. The first time that I know of a major disagreement between Snoop and Pac was unfortunately when he came out there with you guys on the the MTV Music Awards, when he got on the radio with Angie Martinez and he made the statement that he'd do a song with Biggie and he didn't have no problems with working with people on the East Coast and all of that. And that's when Pac was like, wait a minute, we pushing one agenda and saying one thing, and you go on the radio and tell the East Coast a whole different, agenda or a whole different thing without, saying, if my nigga, when you say something like that, you probably say, well, if my nigga or my family cool with it, then I'll fuck with you.
Yeah.
But my family, my nigga ain't cool with Biggie right now, so I can't fuck with you I can't fuck with Biggie right now, but I can fuck with, somebody else that was blowing up at the time, Fat Joe or whoever else was hot at the time, because I know because he wasn't fucking with LL either at the time, so I can't even say LL. But,
he wasn't fucking with Mobb Deep.
He wasn't fucking with Bob D. He named. He tried to tell you. I named the ones that I had a problem with. It wasn't an East Coast West Coast thing. I put it in there. That's why he did hit him up. Shout out to Eric B, because Eric B is the one. Him and this dude named Big D, from a street dude named Big D from over there, that was like, hey, you alienating the whole East Coast. You need to say who you got a problem with. Let the East Coast know who you got a problem with.
Put names on it.
He put names on it, and he did it. That's why it hit him up.
Put some names on it, but he did put Nas' name on it.
Originally, him and Nas didn't work it out until about 5 days before he unfortunately got shot and later died. But him and Nas worked it out in the park. I saw that firsthand myself. That big incident at what I think it's Cobra Park or something like that, that they had that was next door to where the MTV Music Awards were. They talked. It was next to Radio City Hall. It's a park next door, and they worked it out, talked it out like men.
So when Pac came out, did he legitimately think Big had something to do with him getting shot or set up at the studio?
Yeah, he didn't know the whole. He knew the whole Jimmy Henson thing, I think, but I think he really believed Stretch Walker. I believe he think Big and them knew, but Big and them. That's just like right now, how y'all invited me on y'all show. If we would have came and did this live in the studio, and I would have been walking up to y'all, to y'all spot where y'all studio was, and then something happened to me, right? And then something happened to me, and Jersey mainly don't come out and check on me or come to the hospital and be like, damn, Reg, what happened? Oh, man, okay, we're going to get to the bottom of this. This is how Pac felt that Big should have did, and he never did.
But Big came on it.
And for those of y'all don't believe me or think that, you just look at the beginning of a Two of America Most Wanted, a Two of America Gangster, America Most Wanted. Oh, I forget the name of that song so long ago.
That's the name of it.
Yeah.
Talking about the one with him and Big?
Yeah, well, where he had Scoop. Yeah, but at the beginning of that, he did a little skit. He did that little skit at the beginning. I know a bunch of the youngsters don't know because they didn't see it, but at the beginning, he pretty much put a skit together showing you that he wasn't for sure that it was Big, but once Big made the statements that he said, he confirmed to him, the Scarface sketch, that damn, this nigga is involved in it. See, that was
I heard Big say, Big on the interview said, Pac knows who shot it. Like he was like, Pac saying me and Puff, but Pac knows who shot it.
Like I said, I don't think he think they were the trigger man or something. It was just like, you set me up.
Okay.
You and Jersey invited me to y'all studio, and then
Stretching them knew you was coming.
Exactly.
Yeah. So really, it was just like Big should have gave him some confirmation, like, yo, such and such did it. We gonna handle it, or it is what it is. Yo, we ain't got shit to do with it.
Yeah, you know how the game go. If you invite me to your hood, you're supposed to have my back.
Mm-hmm.
All day.
I got you. Mac 10 song tells y'all better. You come to Inglewood, I got you. In his song. And so I think that's how he felt.
So he gets out, and now it's the vendetta. Like you said, salute to Eric B as well. He was gonna man that Death Row East, but he said put some names on it because it did seem like Pac was like, yo, fuck the West Coast. Fuck the East Coast. We riding. I'm riding with the West now. And then he started putting the names on it, like fuck Biggie, fuck Bad Boy, fuck. You know what I'm saying? He just started naming them out. So
exactly.
Did you ever see? Because like when you in the middle of a situation, you can't necessarily see from the outside looking in. Because at that time, like even though we wasn't signed to Death Row or Bad Boy, we was in it. Because if you was rolling with Pac, it was like, yo, fuck the niggas rolling with Big. You know what I'm saying? Big like fuck the niggas rolling with Pac. And then when that shit just kicked off, it was like, oh fuck, Pac dead. And next thing you know, it's like, oh fuck, Biggie dead. You know what I'm saying? So there was tension out here in the streets, like in every state. You know what I mean? So it was like, did Pac ever see and feel it? I know he said eventually he was going to bring out the One Nation and unite everything. Did he ever feel like this shit was getting out of control?
That's what all of that was about. That was the growth or the maturity of that whole situation in that little 10 month that he had to mature and see that, okay, wait a minute, I'm alienating a whole group of people that don't want no part or have no part to deal with this. Let me fuck with people on these. That's what the whole trying to get with Craig Mack. That was the whole thing of signing and starting up Death Row's East and all of that to say, wait a minute, Death Row don't have a problem with the East Coast. It's just certain motherfuckers on the East Coast that we have a problem with. And so it was a maturity or a growth that took them to that point to learn that, because, you know, sometimes when you just mad, you just jump into something and you know, and you say stuff that that you know, be like, damn, I shouldn't have been that hard with it, or I shouldn't have said that. Let me roll it back or whatever. And so I think that's what happened. And then to take other people from the outside looking in and say, wait a minute, Pop, do you mean this? Do you really mean this? And then you be like, no, that ain't what I'm trying to say. That ain't what I mean. And then say, well, this is how it's coming off. This is what we think. This is how we perceive it.
So do you think after...
You gotta remember how tight him and Tretch was. You know he wasn't saying fuck Tretch.
Yeah,
you know?
You're right. Yeah.
You know, so, but it take people like that to make you be like, whoa, you know. Yeah, so I think that's what happened.
So after Pac's assassination, do you think Biggie could have did things different to like ease the like, I didn't really remember Biggie like showing no remorse. I remember him saying stuff like, yo, you can't return from death. I don't wish death on nobody. But I never heard him like, because I mean, at one time they was cool. Sleeping on each other. He was sleeping on the couch, you know, sleeping on, you know, we crashing, grinding, coming up.
All that.
I know it had to feel like, fuck, Pac dead. Like,
Death Row was cool with Bad Boys as well at that time. We used to hang out. I done been in Puffy office and everything with Suge, where we were over there having meetings and talking and stuff like that. I done seen them at the Palladium or the Palace out here where they were performing, and we went there and was with them and watched them perform and all of that. We were real cool with Jodeci at the time. I mean, Jodeci was like our dudes, Mary J, and all of that.
The Machiavelli album.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, just some shit happened. They was gonna get Biggie to do a show, but like Puffy wanted the door or something like that.
Yeah, that was before Pac, the Pac situation even materialized. That was like in June or July of '95.
Oh, that's before Pac got out.
That made a little tension. Yeah, that made a little tension. You know, that make a nigga mad. That's just like if you would have asked me to do your show, and I'll be like, nah, you know, or I want X amount of dollars or whatever. Then you'd be like, yeah, fuck Reg, I ain't fucking with him. You know, fuck that nigga. But you ain't ready to kill me.
That'll spark it.
Yeah. But yeah, you get mad. You might say, well, I can't do it or whatever. But you know, you ain't trying to do nothing to me.
And
you know,
then poured the whole gasoline on it, like, oh shit, what? We about to be the hottest shit out here. Fuck them.
Exactly. That's all that was. There was something I wanted to mention when you brought up, but it'll come across my head.
I wanted to go to the Source Awards, the infamous night when Snoop was like, "Oh, East Coast don't fuck with Snoop Dogg."
Yeah. Well, that was after. See, that's what people forget. You got to know the timeline. Suge had already got up there and did what he did. And so, of course, the East Coast was doing what? Every time a Death Row artist came up there, they were booing Snoop. Yeah. They were booing. They were like, boo, fuck, you know, you like, fuck Death Row then. And that's when Snoop got up there.
You know, basically, what Suge said wasn't a lie. I mean, basically, it was kind of like a recruiting pitch. Like, hey, yo, if you ever get tired of a nigga dancing all up in your shit, all in your business and shit, you just want to do music, come fuck with Death Row. Because you see a lot of that shit on YouTube. A motherfucker always want to be up in a nigga video and shit like that. Like, man, goddamn, let the motherfucker shine, man.
Yeah. But, you know, that was that Coastal War stuff. You know, that was just took it as a diss. They were, you got to admit, Bad Boys was hot then. Brooklyn was hot. Brooklyn It was hot there.
That's what made this situation so iconic, because you could dare to argue that at the peak, both of y'all was the hottest. Like, yo, if we go see a Death Row show this Saturday, next Saturday, Bad Boy show is lit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you definitely can say that. But going back to
and they worked the hell out of that album. Puffy and them, that's one thing they came. I don't know about what they were doing on the East Coast, but I know on the West Coast, those niggas were, I seen those niggas perform at least 3 or 4 times. And, you know, small vineyards. I ain't talking about big arenas or nothing like that, but, you know, clubs that hold 3,000 to 5,000 people. They worked it. They worked the hell out of it.
So the night of the assassination at in Vegas. That was before the fight or after the fight, when the fight broke out after the fight. Did you feel like when that fight happened, it was as serious as a situation that was going to end up portraying out that night? Or did you feel like it was just like a rival? Because y'all was in the epitome of gang culture at that time. So it was always on site. So.
Yeah, in honesty, I'm speaking secondhand now because I wasn't there. I was at the club, so I could only speak for 662, not 666. 666 is the devil worshiper.
Yeah. Had one too many.
Yeah, but 662. Y'all know what that means. 662 on your dial, on the old phone pass mean MOB, members of the blood. That's what that stands for. Yeah. But Monday back quarterbacking, now, you know, knowing after the fact, I can speak on, we wouldn't have expected to go down that quick. We would have expected some shit to go down, but in Vegas that night, I wouldn't have expected those to rally up and did what they did.
Was you alerted after the fight went down? Was you alerted like, oh, yo, they just got in a fight, maybe beef up some shit? There might be some retaliation going on.
Nothing. Not one phone call.
It didn't reach you until after all the ruckus, and then you were like, oh, shit.
I didn't even know about it while I was at the hospital until I started talking to Suge and dealing with people later that they had an incident inside the club. I mean, inside the MGM.
So that situation goes down. To me, I felt like that situation really killed Death Row. I'm going to just say, like, it started like if you like punch a hole and a slow leak, it just started till it was like, yo, it was no more Death Row. And it was crazy, like you say, how powerful they was at one time. I remember reading in the Source magazine, Suge would fly his barber out to give him a bald head, like wherever he was at, 2 times a week. You know what I'm saying? Stacks upon stacks. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, yo, it was a great time to be alive then. Then it was in the middle of the height of drug culture, gang culture. So it was like money was floating on the underground, and basically it was an underground movement because, like I said, there's no internet. If you hot, you hot. You know what I mean? You gotta wait for the magazines to fuck with you. So after all this here happened,
let me just say this. Let me just interject, and I would say because of Suge incarceration is the reason that Death Row failed. Because I really believe that the white folks in the business would have kept on fucking with him if they had to see him or deal with him.
That's what I was about to get to. Okay. Suge goes to prison. You take over as far as day-to-day operations, CEO operations of the company.
Correct.
Now, it's been quotes that when you took over, it was artists saying that when Suge was in the helm, like they wasn't getting paid or they were scared to ask for pay. But when you took over, the artists was getting compensated as their contract said they should be compensated, and everything was running smoothly. So why do you think, like, because Suge wasn't out there because of like that fear factor, like, yo, listen, you're going to break our records, you're going to do this, or because you took a different approach, like?
Well, in fairness to Suge, I don't believe that because he overcompensated people. Suge had niggas living in Wilshire They had niggas. He had niggas getting a monthly salary. He had niggas in cars,
Okay.
paying cell phone bills and all of that. So
he basically had them in a lifestyle that they couldn't afford just off of music.
exactly. You got to remember, even Snoop. Snoop was before even any of his albums came out. He was already $4.5 billion in the hole from his murder case.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
You know, paying for your attorney. This is before your album even coming out. A lot of people really think that all of these rappers and stuff now, which they doing the damn thing, but they not making their money really from the album sales. They making their money from publishing deals and two, from shows. Man, God, how many people think of the shows? And you guys are a little older, so you know you didn't have as many black nightclubs as you do now back then. The white boys wasn't letting y'all in the nightclubs to do it. Only nights we got in the clubs was what? Sunday nights. If y'all don't remember, we didn't party on Friday and Saturday nights because we couldn't get the club. White boys had the club. And so they gave us Sunday. Sunday was the night that they let blacks go to go and do shows. Most people had to go to work on Monday. So those wasn't the good nights to be partying. And so, but now we got enough clubs around where you can do shows on Friday night, Saturday night. And plus now we'll put 5 artists together and we'll sell out an arena.
Yeah.
You didn't eat in arenas back then. They wasn't letting you in the, you know, and especially Madison Square Garden and all of that. Even then when the Source Awards had Madison Square Garden, they probably had a quarter of that arena. It wasn't like the Source had sold out. No, they just broke that up and sectioned it off and said, okay, you niggas can have this little quarter of Madison Square Garden right there.
And they still book arenas like that to this day.
Yeah, so I didn't even know that, you know. And so that's what's going on with the game where people be like, damn, well, but these niggas are making now $150,000 a show, you know, a weekend, where artists wasn't making that type of money then. I think the whole time I was with Snoop, we probably did about 4 arenas, but you know, we'll do where you get like $15,000, $20,000 at a club. You know, clubs weren't making that much money now. They didn't have all of this bottle service and all of this stuff where you can go in a nightclub and make the money you did. You know, I mean, if you got $5,000 to $10,000, you was happy. But you know, you took that to roll out, to have niggas to come with you and limos and all of that. So I'm just trying to say the money wasn't really there like it is now for
them to be complaining about money.
Exactly.
So when Dre said he walked away from everything, like, yo, I didn't want no money, he was getting compensated before he walked away.
Dre's salary, his monthly was $125,000. That's just for you to go and just take care of your family. That was just a check that you get. You know, people don't know in corporations, you're not supposed to pull out all the money you make. Yeah. You get a salary. As an executive, you get a salary. And then at the end of the year, you do what you do, an escort. Then you take off all your profit from the company at the end of the year, or you reinvest it or whatever. And so, but Dre, these niggas was living in Malibu. They was living on Wilshire. I mean, the company was taking care for all of their expenses and stuff like that, and $125,000 a month. Which, you know, you'll say that's not much, but that was just the salary. But they were also getting nice things. You know, they would go out and buy Ferraris, and then some niggas had 10 or 15 cars then. You know,
so all they did was just put it. So basically, they was running up tabs while they was getting $125,000 flat rate every month.
But they didn't pay for insurance. What kicks our butt? We can all afford a house, right? But what kicks our butt is all the extra shit.
Taxes.
Cell phone bill, automobile insurance, car payment.
They're not paying none of that.
Rent for your side chick. Motel bill.
They're not paying none of that. They're not paying none of that. They getting a free $125,000. And Suge got them living like stars. Like,
nobody say the bad shit about Suge. Nobody don't ever really say the good shit about Suge. We only hear the bad shit.
Yeah, salute to that. You only hear so.
I mean, I'll be honest. Now, where we messed up, we didn't have a royalty department. But I really would bet that most of those niggas was overpaid than underpaid. You gotta remember, all of those niggas had cases. Everybody had cases. Y'all know what a lawyer I'm going through right now. That's what's kicking my butt right now. Is motherfucking a lawyer fee.
And Suge
Lawyer
had the
fee.
best lawyers.
The best. You had Johnny Cochran and all of them that was on the case. Johnny Cochran is the one that filed the paperwork for Bow Wow. He was he wasn't even the head defense attorney on the 4 dudes that got arrested for the murder for Snoop. He was just one of 4.
Wow.
I mean,
yeah. Those, I can imagine that retainer.
Exactly. Exactly. You know what attorneys do. You know how they run you up, and that ain't
Suge was paying like OJ defense teams, and like just telling them, yo, when you recoup the money back, you good.
Exactly.
So if you had to say it, right here, OG Reggie Wright, if you had to say it right now, would you say Dr. Dre walked away actually owing Suge, or did he walk away even? Or did he walk away?
They were 50-50 partners. So no, I couldn't say that. And now we didn't know about downloads and stuff. That's why he fighting E1 right now to this day, because downloads and music streaming and all of that, guess what? That wasn't in the contract. So he said, yeah, I gave up all of this, but I didn't give up no downloads and this and this and that.
And all that, still going to death row.
And now he fighting saying, hey, I want the streaming rights. I didn't give that up. Like nobody knew about that in 95, 96.
Nobody think about no damn streaming rights.
you better go sell some more headphones.
Yeah. But he gonna win it because it wasn't mentioned in the contract. But Dre got out of there because he didn't like all the bullshit that was going on, the fight and stuff. Pac was exposing him for not coming to Snoop's trial to support him. Suge was fucking on his woman. I don't care if you're not with him or not. You still don't want your partner, nigga, you making money with, fucking on your baby mama.
Your 50-50 partner at that.
Yeah.
And so Dre didn't want to. So why didn't Dre just be like, yo, man, we're going to split this thing down and I'm going? Was Suge that fear?
He wouldn't let him go. He wouldn't have went.
Oh, basically that was the agreement. I go and you keep everything.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And plus, when you got a white man in your ear saying, "Hey, let the nigga have this shit. I got you. I'll look out for you. I got you.
Jimmy Iovine is a problem.
You the man anyway. You the nigga anyway.
Definitely.
I think I done did something wrong. People can't see me no more.
Yeah, you got to bring yourself back up, OG.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, Reggie, question in the chat. They want to know why Sam Snead album ain't came out.
Did I give? Okay, there it is. He got caught up in some politics. He was close with Dre, and Snam got caught up into some politics at the office. Y'all go to Bomb first, and I done told those stories a couple of times. Y'all have to hear where he got jumped on, and his daddy told him. I guess his daddy is a big gangster out in Pittsburgh, and his daddy was like, "Hey, bring your ass back home. I got you. Get away from this shit." So, but I heard he had roots in Pittsburgh, where he's from. I heard his daddy was a street dude.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, they want to know if Suge Knight tossed Daz like a bag of laundry. Is that a true story?
That's the myth that people did that. Suge was a protector of his artists. He never really put his hand. I can't say any of his artists he ever put his hands on. He always got in trouble for defending his artists. Every case he pretty much got was him going to defense for somebody else.
Was that true? They said he damn near swung on everybody over some chicken. That story that was in there with Suge was like, yo, who ate on the fucking chicken?
That's RBX, but that could have been Suge tripping in the green room. Sometimes he had sometimes Suge had to go and punk him and act a fool with certain ones he didn't care for. And that was RBX because he was on his way out. That was his RBX. But he ain't did nothing like that to Snoop, or he would order some more chicken for Snoop. What you want, dog? What you want? You make it. That's
It was
that's
like,
like
oh, RBX ate this motherfucking chicken. Let me smack the shit out this
yeah,
motherfucker.
that's because I don't like you. I'm trying to get rid of your ass anyway. I'm sure
Hey,
that's all it was.
so like Bundles was saying, how you spoke, like nobody says the good about Suge, you always hear the bad. How did you feel when the report came out that Suge accused you of killing Pop?
I ain't never heard that.
You never
He
heard of
just
that?
said I knew the dude.
Oh,
He ain't never said
you knew
that.
the dude. Okay, yeah, that's what.
He said I knew the cops, and I think that was on Biggie, not Pop. He ain't never said that about Pop. He
Oh,
ain't
okay.
never. That was about Big, and he just said I knew the dudes, the LAPD cops that was supposed. But that's how he think. He think Reggie know all the cops. He be like Reggie,
Oh,
those Reggie people, those ain't my people. Shit, I don't fuck with no police. That's Reggie the one brought the police around. I just fuck with Reggie.
oh,
That's
okay. That
all
was
he
basically what
said.
he was saying. Like, I
The
fuck with
white boy
Red.
just running with it. It's like that's Reggie. Reggie the one fuck with those. I don't fuck with no cops.
Oh,
But
okay.
people don't. That goes way over people's heads. So I just be like, okay, whatever. But that's all he's saying.
Yeah,
That's
that's
his way of
basically him saying
saying
I fuck with Reg. So anything you want to know about police, holler at Reg.
exactly. That's all he's saying.
And they
Those
blew it
red
up
people,
like,
and
and
his
they blew it
words
up.
was, and then that's white boys. That's
Yeah, the
Jay
media
Mason.
blew it up like Suge Knight
Not the
accusing
media.
Reg.
Not the media. RJ and JMX.
Oh,
J-Mix.
Jay, yeah, that's them that blew that up and ran with it, and then it takes off. In this little YouTube world. People outside the
yeah,
YouTube world don't even know about this shit. I didn't know about this shit until I got involved in the YouTube world.
yeah, it's all over Google because of them. Hey,
Yeah.
thank y'all for that yellow journalism. Y'all put this here out.
Yeah. But that's all he's saying, and I understand that. And he's pretty much right that any cops that was around, I wouldn't know who they are. He wouldn't have known who they are. He didn't have no relationship with no cops other than me or whoever worked for me.
But basically, so that was like they was questioning him about the Biggie death, and he was like, "Yo, you knew the cops." He was like, "I don't fuck with the cops."
They were saying, he was saying, those are Reggie people.
Yeah.
If they, those Reggie people. Hey, well, those ain't my niggas. I didn't know them. Because he don't know what the role is. He probably wouldn't have known who. If you asked him, he probably say, yeah, those niggas did probably work for Reggie. I don't know because he didn't know every last one of them. He just saw them, seen them in the security stuff, and was like, okay, those Reggie people. That's Reggie guy.
So, in a Gene deal, this chat knows it's 82 people watching. All of them know my feelings towards this guy, but in a Gene deal, and I'm just entering him because we go into a different side now. Of that night,
Okay.
Biggie died, so we go into his side. He's Puffy's security,
Okay.
and he states to anybody who'll listen that at that particular night, he was the closest between him and Big. Big had the broke leg, and he was around Puff, and he was up there telling Puff like, "Yo, we need to get out of here," and this and that, and blah blah that. And according to him, he says he knows the police or whatever, you know what I'm saying, that was involved just through the streets that shot Big or whatever happened to Big. And he claims that it's his mission so Miss Wallace can know who the killer of her son is. That's what his mission on. My thing is this. If this here is what your mission is all about, then why don't you give Miss Wallace that YouTube check? Because you always promote stuff around his death and his birthday.
In fairness to him, Ms. Wallace don't need no YouTube chat.
Yeah, we know that, but I'm just.
In fairness, but okay, that's not what his mission is. His mission is to get a book out. And if y'all don't realize that, you trust me, the nigga writing a book, he just don't want to talk about that book.
Oh yeah, we know it. We know he writing a book. I talk about it.
Because Puffy gonna smash on it. As soon as he hear he got a publisher, Puffy gonna make that book go away. So that's what his mission is. So to be honest, you be fact checking yourself. And I'll be honest, I don't have that mission. I swear, I'm not saying I'm never going to do it. but I have nothing on the table with no book, no DVDs or anything. I got some jail time I got to go worry about facing in Delaware. But, well, I hope it's jail time, but more likely it's prison time. But if y'all know the difference
Hopefully,
between jail and
OG,
prison.
man, you come out of that.
Yeah. But the main thing is, he just fact checking himself for that. Niggas get caught up in the fame, man, and people took to him. They like it, like what he's saying, and he getting the views. Like I can't hate on him.
Do you consider what Gene Deal doing as snitching? Because when I confront him about snitching, people in this chat will be like, "How is he snitching when he's the police?" Or how is he? I'm like, bruh.
I catch that same rap. And it's funny to me because I ain't been a cop over 23 years, and I done did things. That, but anyway, I ain't proud of. But it's funny to me. But it's when you call names and you taste names and stuff like that, and it's unauthorized. Yeah, it is. No matter what, and who it come from, because when they bring you into their world and they allow you to be around their world, then you got to go by that code. In my opinion. And so if you bring me into that world and you let me be around and you trust me enough to be in that world, then you're supposed to go by that code.
Some of the stuff just got outrageous. Now it started off about Biggie. Now he making downstreams talking about Puff Man had Quincy Jones' daughter about to drink piss and all type of shit. Like I'm like, bro, come on, man. I mean, now this is snitching.
Yeah.
This is snitching right there.
And I heard that, and I had a problem with that because she was, she did do stuff saying how she couldn't get up for 9 months after Pac got killed and all this, and this 6 months later. And so I'd be like, I hate when people build themselves up to be closer than what they really was and all of that, even though Pop was kicking it with her at the time, but shit, this 3 or 4 weeks or a month earlier, he was kicking with OJ daughter. He was kicking it with Sally Richardson and all of that. So we don't know what Pop would have been done a couple of days later, if he would have lived. So, she was at the hospital talking about she was pregnant by him. And so I have problems with Kadada. But Kadada was trying to change him. She was trying to get him. And that's why he was fucking with her, because they were trying to get into that fashion stuff. I don't know if most of y'all remember, he had just got back from Italy, from doing a Versace show and all of that. So he was I'm not, use is the wrong word. I don't want to say he was using her for it, but he was trying to up his game to another level, and she was helping.
She got to get finesse, so, you already know.
That's what I think the relationship was about.
And so the time stamp was 6 months later when she was out at the award ceremony or whatever.
She was shaking her butt. They got on the Flansville dancing with the enemies. I mean,
yeah,
with the bad boy count, put it that way. And she had a tattoo of Pac's name over. Asked her what that tattoo is today. So I just hate when people try to make themselves seem a little closer, a little better than what they were, and like they But okay, she covered up a tattoo. I don't know. We'll see. We'll judge her against Lauryn Hill, even though they were married. Well, they wasn't married. Let's just see if Lauryn Hill cover up her tattoo, and I bet she won't.
Oh, Lauryn Hill got the Tupac tattoo.
No, Nipsey.
Oh, Nipsey.
My point was, this is somebody that you was with, and then if you, she was with Pac when he died.
Yeah.
She covered up her tattoo.
Oh yeah.
I bet you Lauryn will. Yeah, I bet
Lauren London won't. Yeah.
Hey, yo, Reg. I used to fuck with Adina Howard when I was a youngster, man. Did Tupac Park her shit, bro?
Not in our time, but you remember? Did you ever meet Big West? Did you know Big West, our security dude? He was one of the dudes that got Suge in the game. But she was a freak in the night. What they say, a freak in the morning and a freak in the night.
What about the chat got some questions. I had just seen one. Oh, was Pac telling the truth? Did Pac fuck Faith?
I mean,
just by word of mouth. Did you ever hear him say it? Like, I mean, we all heard him say it, but was he like, yeah, man, I was fucking him, man?
Let me say this. I mean, that's a hard thing to say about a man and a woman unless you're there, But I can say this part. She was at the studio and she was hanging around, and I saw him in a private area, like a little room that's probably the size of a bathroom. You know, most of our bathrooms that we had at the studio, and they were sitting on the couch. And when I walked in there, their clothes wasn't down or anything like that, but they were. You can tell they were in a romantic situation.
Hey, that's all that need to be said. What about when the rumors came out that Pac had faked his death? Was you like, yo, no way?
Yeah, that's you know, for a person to be accused of being involved in his death, I would be a smart man and say, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I know that's some bullshit that, you know, that I had anything to do with it. So I'll never say that. But two, it's disrespectful, man. To say that this man faked his death for facing another 3 to 4 years in prison. That's the only reason he would be facing his death, faking his death, right?
Yeah.
Come on, 3 to 4 years of prison. That's calling him a cornball, a bitch ass. That's calling him every. Yeah. Did we lose him?
Yeah, you good.
Okay. Yeah, that would be calling him every negative thing that you know that we could think of, especially for gangsters, niggas that y'all deal with and run the tracks with and all of that stuff. You go tell a nigga that a nigga running for 3 to 4 years, that's all he was sentenced to. And so, and he hadn't lost his appeal yet.
Yeah, and he had the best lawyers.
And he still had and money. And now he back liquid because, you know, shit comes back in. You know, he would have made All Eyes on Me. He did 2 movies and all of that money was about to roll in.
So was Pac planning on leaving?
Death Row?
Yeah.
He was planning on being distributed by Death Row, his label Machiavelli and all of that.
Okay. So he still was going to be under the Death Row umbrella.
He was. And if you listen to his last interview that he did at that Cobra Park, talking about Death Row East, does that sound like a man that's planning on leaving? With that interview
right.
that he did to do? We're talking that's 5 days prior to. That's 5 days prior to him getting shot. And he's talking that. If you thinking of that and telling people all of this, you ain't gonna be thinking that 5 days later. You just don't say nothing. You just keep your mouth quiet, be quiet. If that's your plan.
Yeah.
Especially the way people have been saying. I mean, I hear motherfuckers that hadn't been around him since June or July saying he told them that. But then in September, the 1st or whatever, the 3rd, he preaching Death Row East and this new label they about to start. And if you believe in Jesus or something, I think he said God, then you better believe in Death Row East or something like that. Yeah. He was adamant. So does that sound like a man? You know, what you telling your friends, I don't know. But we had no reason for that. Where was he gonna go? Okay, let's ask this question for the smart people that say that. They don't even know it was only 4 or 5 distributors back then. Interscope was the main one.
Yeah.
He wasn't going over there with BMG because that's where Bad Boys was at.
Yeah, Def Jam.
Sony, I mean Capitol, they didn't even do that type of music. That was Priority. Definitely wasn't going to Priority Records. They were the only one doing black music then. So that's Capitol. So where was he gonna go?
Do you think he would have went to No Limit?
Interscope had already pretty much went through the rules. That's why they gave him to us. Y'all deal with this nigga. We can't deal with him. He's shooting police, raping girls, doing all of this. We can't deal with this shit.
Do you think he would have went to No Limit?
Hell no.
No Limit hadn't blew up yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They hadn't blown up yet. Master P, Ice Cream Man hadn't came out there yet. He ain't know nothing about them. Even Lil J. Let's look at what did Scarface what did Scarface do during that time? Lil J trying to put in this book until I got him on the show. I say, wait a minute, Lil J, you say y'all do his own bomb first. I said, Lil J Prince. I say, when were you going? When when were you going to get Pac out? What's the? Well, I hadn't did it yet. I didn't go up there yet. I was going to go up there a week before he got out. Oh, okay. Thanks, Jay. Yeah.
Hey, Sneaker File said, who was distributing Ruthless? That was Priority, right?
Priority.
Sony.
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 What Priority was Ice Cube?
I think Sony and Columbia was the same then back then. Sony, Columbia, but
so was Priority. So Priority was Ice Cube?
Priority is Capital. Yeah, Ice Cube, Brian Turner. Turner and them, like that's who we go to when we didn't do stuff with Interscope.
What the Sneaker said.
That's who eventually we went to after we left Interscope was Priority. If you see at the that's Brian Turner, who found NWA and all of that. Trust me, they were not doing. Nobody was soliciting Pac at that time.
What the Sneaker said, I never understood why people said that Suge Knight got Pac killed. Why Suge would want to put a hit out on his artist? If anybody wanted to get Pac hit, I think it would have been Diddy.
Well, the people would say because Suge didn't want to pay him that money that was due to him that he eventually paid, that we could have went and got from Interscope at any time. But that's what people would say. But that's not the reason. He
wasn't owed any money after you broke it down with the lawyers.
Yeah, and it wasn't due yet. It wasn't due yet.
Oh.
The money wasn't due yet.
Okay.
It wasn't even.
Pac was getting money. He wasn't supposed to get paid yet.
Yeah. Everything he was living off was man. If you seen how Pac was living those, I mean, he made a lot of money. He made, All Eyes on Me made a lot of money, but it wasn't due yet, and it would have been taken care of. I mean,
people don't know the contracts, Reg. People don't know about these contracts. You got to wait for them. They don't know about that.
Was Pac living like Tyson? Was Pac living like Tyson back then?
I can't say he was blowing money because everything was in Death Row name, so Death Row was buying.
His lifestyle was like Mike Tyson, similar like Mike
Tyson. He was living good, which he should have. He was supposed to. He was nigga was doing 2 movies. He was about to do Baby Boy. People don't know that movie was pretty much wrote for him. That John Singleton did. That Tyrese ended up getting. So that movie was for him. I mean, he made his name back good in the business, in the music business. I mean, in the movie business, but that's where he wanted to go. That's what his thing was. He didn't really care about music too much. He was trying to get into the, into the movies and make the money in the movies. And that was Pac goal. Yeah.
And I hated that beef. So basically, the beef, the outside overtook him.
I don't think the beef made that go down. It was the beat down, dog. Pac messed up. I mean, okay, yeah, the beef started it because that's what made him pull the chain and all of that shit in the Lakewood Mall and all of that. And so that's what made, Trayvon go over there and say, hey, there's the dude that, I got into it with. And Pac trying to be down and be loyal. Not trying to be down, that's a bad word. Pac being down, took off and went and did what he did. So eventually you could say that caused it to beef. But what really caused it is like, shit, somebody walks up to one of you niggas right now and start beating on you. You better say, all right, this interview is over. So-and-so, come and hook up with me because we got to go find this nigga. Because this nigga just came on here and snatched me out the car and start whooping on me. That's just how we think. We can't do that. We can't be, hey, Mr. Officer, Reggie Wright just came over here and beat me up. And that's not, our mom and daddies didn't teach that way. We wasn't brought up that way. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we wasn't.
Can you let them know about the podcast you got going on with Mob James, man?
Yeah. Once again, Gangster Chronicle, y'all. Please, Gangster Chronicles. Please come and subscribe to that and download that. I'm telling you, it's like 8 episodes on there, and you really enjoy Gangster Chronicles. And so Yeah, Gangster Chronicles. Check that out. And man, I appreciate you, brothers and stuff. Anytime y'all want to do this again, because I know we are almost at the end. If y'all got a couple more questions, go ahead. But if
Man,
not,
appreciate you, man. We got one. Coot said, was Eric B ever a death row employee? I think we answered that.
He's supposed to be Death Row East.
wait a minute, what happened now? Yeah, you got
Eric B.
Yeah, Eric B.
Was
Eric
he ever
B. wasn't
officially
doing
an employee?
Yeah, he was going to be an employee of Death Row East. Not the president. Suge don't give out titles. Suge was never one for giving out titles, but he was going to be the main one, kind of like going out there on the East Coast, finding artists and all of that to come to the label. He the one who was instrumental in getting Craig Mack. Craig Mack was about to sign that particular night. He was there at the club performing and all of that. So he had got Craig Mack. Who else was on? Mainly the people on that One Nation album. Him and Big D. Who?
Them boot camp click niggas.
Yeah, yep. It was a few people that was that Greg Nice? Is Greg Nice from out there?
Nice.
Yeah. So he was doing stuff like that. So that was what Pac knowing him and all of that. But that's what Eric P was out there soliciting and making it happen.
Sneaker File said, "What's your favorite pair of sneakers?"
Mine?
Yep.
Those I don't know the number, and I know Jersey do, but the red and black ones that got 23 on it, that they black and had the red little Jordans on it, and they were the number 23, but they were red and black, but they were made out of suede. I think they were 11 or 12, but I wear Jordans. I wear Jordans there every day.
And leather.
I wear Pumas now too because they're cheap and they match all my clothes. But you can get some Pumas for $60 out here.
Yeah, Puma's making a comeback too. Slight comeback. Comeback.
They're too cheap. They better raise their price up. Because that's one thing about us. We don't like cheap shit. That's why Shaq's finishing never worked. And they were trying to do it for us, for people, man. They don't know. We don't like nothing cheap. If anybody can get it, we don't want it.
You right.
Yeah.
You right. If it ain't got no hype on it.
It ain't got no, man. We want stuff we can't afford for some reason.
Sneaker File said it sounds like the 21 red and black with suede.
I think that's it. I love those.
But definitely, man, we want to salute you for your time, man. Like I said, I'm always watching. I'm definitely a fan of you, Mob James, all them guys over there, man. I come through and I'm going.
You're a real nigga, that's why. Real niggas, real recognize real, right?
Man, appreciate you, big homie. Appreciate you, OG. But hey, if you can get a message to Gene Deal, tell him quit running, man. He is snitching. He's snitching. OG, he snitching. Okay. OG, he cooking and snitching. He cooking and snitching.
Yeah, I just hope he don't get nobody caught up.
Nobody don't want to hear about Snoop. Not even thinking about this man. This man like, yo, let me tell you about Snoop. See, Snoop was hollering at us.
Mad at me. That's where he get mad at me. Like I tell him all the time, I'll be like, I can't speak on Big and his affairs or anything like that because I didn't know him. How can you be speaking on these brothers? You don't know them. You just know what you done heard second or third hand. You shouldn't be speaking on that, but he elects to.
The man is mad because he always say, yo, the last night, he gets so dramatic with the shit, talking about Lil C's, him and Lil C's. C's was like, yo, man, yo, we can't leave him here, there. He was like, yo, that nigga dead. I'm like, so he said they fired his ass after that, right? I would have fired his ass too. But now he's like,
he was the type of security. He was the type of security because that's why he scared Mace from coming. And I don't have no problem with Gene. I don't want to start up no beef with Gene or anything like that because I got enough enemies out there.
I got beef with Gene. Fuck you, Gene.
But let me just say this, and I say it all the time. He was the type of security that niggas like that couldn't have because he would spook people around you. It was supposed to be, me. I was the type of nigga. Let's strap up. Let's go. Where he was the type of trying to tell him, Let's don't go. Let's don't go out. Let's stay at the hotel. Why are we going?
We
And I
going
couldn't
because we
do
want to
it.
go because we got some money, clown. We hiring you
Man,
to protect us.
we going because we showing these niggas we ain't punks.
That's
We
right,
ain't
man.
Exactly.
And you supposed to be down with us and protect us, man.
Yeah, but that's the only problem I would have had to get rid of him right there. Once he told, that's when he always said when Puff told him, nigga, Gene, you stay here. If you don't want to go, you can stay here. But we going. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
If I gotta tell you that, if I
Yeah.
gotta tell you that, then you stay here forever. But see, I see Gene Deal like, yo, I'm juvenile justice, I'm this and that. His whole thing is, I'm mad as fuck at Puffy, and I'm gonna take this one night that was a tragedy in hip hop and use it to my benefit to do everything I can to get back at this man. And Puffy still living in the Hamptons, all that, while Gene down there cooking cheesecake and shit, trying to motherfucker get 10K views and shit.
Yeah.
But Gene Deal.
You're right. And that's why I gotta watch what I say. That's why I don't never speak bad on Dre. And I gotta watch what I say about Snoop. But I just only reason I even speak or tap at Snoop is because he always tried to make his way seem one way, and I know he was another way. And I'm just trying to get him not to be that way, not to always have something negative. I mean, not to
when
always
it was going down, he was pro Tupac himself.
Man, y'all look on the stage. For those that say, "Oh no, he had a problem with it," when he was talking about on at the House of Blues, when he was on the stage with Pac, and Pac was doing his rant, talking about fucking faith and all of that. Y'all look over there in the corner. Who was over there smiling and grinning and laughing at everything Pac said?
Right there, cheerleading.
Snoop was cheerleading. That's July. That's July 4th, a month before Pac got killed. He was over there like it was all good.
But I think Snoop trying to clear it up now, because Snoop always tell the story about how if it wasn't for Pac, he wouldn't be married still and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, he kind of caught he had 3 kids by her before he married her, but yeah.
But he said it was time. I mean, I can imagine you put out there the lifestyle these young brothers was living. I can imagine them telling Pac, he's seeing Pac, like you say, fucking the baddest of the baddest every month. He's switching them out. And he like, man, I'm with her, man. I'm doing this. And Pac like, yo, hold on, bro. Just because you see me doing it, but you got something good at home, man. You know what I'm saying? Slow it down, man. You don't want to leave home.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I believe if Pac had kids, he basically was telling them, if I had kids, this is how I'd be moving.
Yeah.
And I believe he took that from Pac.
And Pac probably said something like that. Hey, man, you got 3 kids by this chick. You need to go ahead and make her an honest woman. But you got to remember, and
SHB said he heard Snoop and the Dog Pound had a diss track on Biggie after the New York shooting. Like when they came, I guess when they did the New York video shoot, and they came.
Well, they were upset. Yeah, I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did. They were mad. That's what made them kicking over the buildings wasn't originally in the script for the New York video. That wasn't it. They came home and did that shit out in Palmdale, California. When they were made, after those niggas got ran out, they ran like
shot them from out there. That niggas say, shit, I gotta goddamn kick this building over.
Man, they got them out of there. Those niggas, yeah. And so,
yo, I love that time, man. Like I'm saying, if it wasn't motherfuckers, that's why I say, you know the culture. You can't tell nobody who wasn't back there. They wasn't sipping gin and juice. They wasn't partying every night. You know what I'm saying? And in the cars, if they wasn't playing Hit 'Em Up, they was playing Get Money Remix. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you know what I'm saying? All eyes on me. But appreciate your time, OG. We could keep you, but the game, I know everybody. I know you're rooting for Golden State.
You know what? I'm a Laker fan, major Laker fan, and I don't want them to get that 3. I don't want them to get that 3-peat. But 2, I don't want Kawhi to leave Toronto because he's thinking about coming to the punk ass Clippers. And shit, fuck that.
I don't think LeBron to let that happen. I don't think LeBron. I think LeBron to be like, man, you got to be a Laker, man.
He don't want to play up under LeBron, just because I don't think he want to be a Laker. But It's all good. Jimmy Butler gonna be a Laker, which
And we gonna get AD. You think?
And then the AD bout in February.
Oh man.
Kuzma, something going on though, because Kuzma's untagged himself. He had something like Laker for life or something like that, and he went and met with Jenny Buss. They went to dinner about 2 nights ago, and after that dinner, he untagged his name with Laker stuff on it. So I think she told him something. So something might be going down this week.
Kuzma, my dude, though. I fuck with Kuzma.
I love to see rich athletes beef.
But who would you like to see, Kuzma or
it depends who you want to keep?
Wait a minute, but Kuzma or would you want to keep Ingram? Which one you want to keep over?
I keep Kuzma over Ingram. I keep Kuzma over.
Yeah.
Ingram got to go.
Ingram ain't shit.
I think Kuzma. I think Kuzma and that number 4 draft pick going somewhere. I don't know where, but he's going somewhere.
I think Kuzma, the draft pick, and
Lonzo. Take Ingram too. Send Ingram with that shit.
They can have all the motherfuckers with LeBron. They can have whoever they want off that list, and please take Lonzo Ball with them.
I think if you build a team around Jimmy Butler and AD, along with if you could get somebody like a Kimba too on the low, it'll be. Yeah,
but Matimbo, he gonna want 160, 190. They ain't gonna give up 160, 190 for Walker.
Bradley Beal trade they was talking, the number 4 pick.
That's the deal I think that's going down.
I make that trade all day.
Yeah. I think that's what number 4. I think DC gonna be taking that number 4 draft pick.
And then they'll trade the whole team for AD.
At the end, yep.
That's gonna be dope.
Bro, they get Bill, AD, and LeBron.
AD ain't going nowhere until February. AD ain't going nowhere until February.
That's what I say too. They can't let him stay past February. You lose him for nothing. That don't make no sense. So he
try to show you that with this boy Zion that they can make it. Now I would make Zion happy.
Crazy athlete, but he can't shoot.
I don't think AD will be there when the season starts.
Yeah, I think he's going to February. I wouldn't. If I was the GM, I'll just go ahead and get New Orleans and get rid of everybody and let Zion and then get that number 3 pick from New York and draft his roommate, his buddy, and then just say, okay, in 4 years, y'all should be doing. Let me ask you this:
you being a diehard Laker fan as myself and Bundles, would you trade LeBron for AD and the number 1 pick?
Oh hell yeah!
Hell yeah! I get it.
Hell yeah! Yeah.
And if Kawhi say he'll come.
Oh, bye. I'll help Pat. I'll go and help that nigga Pat.
I'll trade him. I'll trade him and his son.
Zion is the future of the NBA. I don't care what nobody's saying. And jumpers come. Jumper will come. Zion is a freak athlete.
Crazy athletic, dog.
He's crazy. Man, New Orleans, their Smoothie Arena, once they make that pick, the sales gonna go out the roof.
Salute to Zion. South Carolina's in the building. But we're going to get you out of here, OG, man. Appreciate your time, man. Y'all, we will be back on the front line about 10 o'clock. You know how we do with the NBA on. We give you that live stream. And like I said, man, salute to the OG for coming out. You got an exclusive Air Bundle. Salute to you for making this thing happen. Jersey Peak. And y'all get over there and y'all sub up on iTunes to that podcast. Reggie Wright.
Gangsta Chronicles.
What is called again?
Doing Vlad again this week on Thursday, and then Gangsta Chronicles though. And y'all support Bomb first. We're gonna have to get on there and talk about WAC 100 and Mike Tyson.
Yeah, we gotta talk about that. But I'm starting to think that was fake.
I just don't want to believe Mike would do that. I just don't believe. I think Mike is a straight up dude.
You never know when that money starts looking a little funny.
I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there with opinions, and I'll be like, damn, how can you say that, Gonzo? How can you say that, Real? How can you say that? Y'all don't know. Until one of these 3 dudes confess, then I'm riding with Mike. I'm riding with Iron.
313 Live Show. Y'all go subscribe to the 313 Live Show. We still elite family, man.
Real is a brother from another mother. Yeah.
All day.
And y'all sub
Yep.
up the
Shout out to
bombs
Reggie, man, for
first.
coming on the show, man. That's my nigga. That's my unk right there, Big Reggie.
Oh yeah, appreciate you, Jersey. All right,
You already
y'all.
know, man.
Hey, appreciate you. And salute to the latest chat. We'll be back at 10 o'clock.
All
So,
right.
out of here.
Hey.
Peace out, brother.